Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have LLL versus apeX here. This is a very, very important match because this basically decides who gets into the grand finals to play this guy and Dignitas. The loser of this match will play the Whalers to decide who gets third and fourth. And the match has started, so let's switch to the match as well. For people who don't know, this is Riot's Max from Dignitas next to me. So, yeah, you know a lot more about the game than most people do. So, guide us a bit throughout ZLAW. What would you do? Do you agree with what they're doing?
Yeah, to an extent. He took his time on flag a bit. It looked like he allowed them to flank because he sat there, which is good to shoot across. But when no one's got your back, you kind of just sit and duck, to be honest with you. Especially with the bloom, it's kind of hard to get accurate shots across the map.
So basically, they just
you've either got to be aggressive or you can't kind of.
Yeah. So they've just handed the LLL the gold control, and we can already see them moving the flag.
Bottom middle was a bit
risky,
but like,
3 down.
There you go. That's what happens when you lose 9.
Yeah, well played by LLL. I mean, they did take advantage of it straight away.
apeX just need to get them off their flag, to be honest. You can hear Zil from a mile away.
Yeah, you can hear Zil anywhere in the venue. So, LLL definitely won the opening battle. Took the first flag, ran it in. Tried to go for a second one, but were stopped. Although Pinooo is still... Pinooo was still trying to move it a bit ambitiously because everyone on apeX is alive in Swarm.
It's a bit ambitious running it straight when the other team got a couple of people alive.
Yeah, would you not just recommend just throwing it out bottom?
Throwing it out, use it try bait it for as much as you can, but yeah, normally it's a bit risky running it straight because you kind of single yourself out and then you're not really got very far to run other than flag or landing.
Yeah.
Pretty much stuff.
You can just hear Zil. That's all the communication you hear. I don't know, Pinooo has not been having his best tournament, I would say.
I wouldn't think so.
It's really hit or miss with him though, I've noticed that. Either he plays really, really well or he's one of the lacking factors on the team. Like, he really does hold the team back when he doesn't play that well.
It's a shame because they could be LLL could be really good.
Yeah, the pre-match interview that I had with, with Buck20 is that this EGL that's coming up, that's going to be the first event they're actually going to practice for. So they are definitely going to be a force to reckon with, like, to watch out. Gunnar isn't doing anything spectacular at all so far. A bit disappointing throughout the whole LAN, I would say. Actually, he hasn't done much.
Nothing like he used to. When he was on Link, you always see like some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
But maybe he's just not feeling it. Maybe might be having an off day. Obviously,
so
you can't really pick it up the next day. But,
and to be fair, I mean, on Link he had some great teammates. I mean, these
telling him what to do. I think Eddie kind of took a big lead role on that team.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't think.
I think he has to be almost that guy on their team now, and just doesn't. Yeah, doubt he wants to be that guy. I mean, it's going to be hard. You have 4 different nationalities on one team. I mean, it's going to be killer.
Yeah, definitely.
Although we are seeing them now kind of swarm the LLL base. It's the same thing LLL had against you guys, where they seem to have control but not do anything with it. Well, they capped 1 flag, but I mean, realistically, with the control they had, they should have capped 2 or 3, I would say.
Yeah, we would have thought we were like in a lot of trouble in that same game. I think we were playing pretty poor, but we made some good plays to get the flag back to our side.
Yeah, and some clutch stops as well. Karos had an insane stop on his own. He had rockets, but he still played it extremely well.
Matty's been playing really well this event.
It's a 1-1 tie, just a solid cap from apeX. LLL not doing much, actually.
That's what I mean. I thought they could have stopped that, to be honest with you. They're a bit all over the place, apeX. But no. Gunnar seems to be able to... Gunnar's got a really good aim.
Yeah.
He's quite consistent with it, which is useful.
That's a really hard shot to hit. It doesn't look like that hard, but like the mid-range, close-range battles are so hard sometimes.
Hard for not to spam as well.
Yeah.
You just feel like, one of them should really be staying up top. Yeah. Keep that flag alive, it's going to reset. So, yeah. Oh, they got alive.
Yeah, LLL has the flag as well. I think both teams have the flag now.
Ring 1.
Touch the flag, I would say. Oh, there's someone on it. So there's the apeX flag is bottom middle, controlled by LLL, and the LLL flag is controlled by apeX at the other base. Oh, Shinato got away because of the auto aim, basically.
Yeah.
But he still should have finished that, I would say.
I don't know what Robert's really doing there, to be honest with you.
Did he not spawn there? I think he spawned there.
Maybe, but Shinato just beat him on
Yeah.
one shot.
Yeah.
Should be happy. not when you want to be winning an event. You need to be listening to those kind of calls.
So it's, LLL definitely got the better hand on that exchange, and they managed to cap the flag that they were moving. So even though LLL actually weren't in a position to cap at all, they were actually preventing a cap. They managed to, well, I wouldn't even call it a counter cap. They were just outplayed apeX in that situation, and that's where you see the experience coming in.
Experienced players.
So yeah, I've been at the scene a little bit, but what's the main team that's missing here? I mean, Dignitas, obviously you guys have won back-to-back tournaments, and LLL is one of the better ones. apeX is definitely one of those foreign teams that's really good. What's the team that's really missing here, you would say?
Well, at this event?
Yeah.
The only other team I could think of was Infused, but...
who's on Infused at the moment?
MVP, Pete, Blackjack, and Baxter. We played them at I-Series, and we beat them 6-5. But to be honest with you, we were playing awful, but we can't really take it away from them.
Yeah.
No, like.
No, okay.
They definitely are the next.
Yeah, so that's definitely one of the 4 best teams out there as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Although it looks like you guys are taking this tournament a bit more easy than the I-Series and the ECL tournament than you were. Although
I think we're taking it a lot more serious.
Yeah. Although to be fair, I mean the other tournaments, you actually had pretty good winner bracket rounds, but then the finals were just struggles for you guys. For some reason.
Yeah. Based on mainly ECL, that'd be a prime example. But I think we've come quite far from UCL and I-Series already, to be honest with you, coming into this event. I think we're coming in a lot stronger.
Yeah, it's going to be a good tournament. I'm really, if LLL practices on and Infuse put a bit of work in, and then apeX stick together and put a bit of work in,
it's going to be some good competition.
It's going to be a really good LLL apeX have actually managed to cap 2 flags while we were talking. But I actually saw one of them. I never saw the second one, but apeX definitely turned it around a little bit. But this is exactly LLL's problem. They seem to have control. They seem to be doing everything right, but then they don't cap the flags. They don't run the flags even.
Cap it the flag. They complete the flag cap.
And Gunnar has been picking up a lot of good, solid double kills.
Get that top mid control, and I'm sure.
That's something that Trojan told me as well. It's top gold is obviously the biggest position on this map, but top middle is very underrated.
Yeah, very. Top middle, you can bait yourself a lot. You don't really need to have. You don't have to put shots on people at all. Yeah. As long as you've got the other team distracted, then you can allow your team to push from the streets or even flank. But when you're getting them on spawn kill, top mid's ridiculous to have. It's just
and there's so much cover as well. It's so hard to get that top mid off there when you're at the bottom. At the top, it's easier to get off, but normally when you're on the spawn,
when you're spawning under the base and there's a guy top middle, there's only one way you can go. And that's going up your ramp or try and make a sneaky pull from underneath the tunnel. But
some poor decision making by LL there again, by the way. I mean, it's very sloppy. It just, I mean, we know they haven't practiced that much, but you know, off of the 4 experienced players that they are, you would expect one of them to take charge and say, all right, this is what we're gonna do, and this is how we're gonna do it. You know?
Yeah.
And they just seem to be doing some random stuff sometimes.
A bit all over the place. Like, they like to, we figured it out, like how they kind of play. They like to throw it out, like make you forget about it, then slowly pull it, and kind of just keep fumbling it all the way there until like they eventually get it back to their flag. Which sometimes works, but like when you kind of get used to that, or when it doesn't work, it kind of comes back.
Because it relies completely on like the element of surprise. So when you're not surprised by it, you just stop it.
Exactly.
apeX actually capped in that exchange where both the flags were out. LLL basically forgot about the apeX flag and didn't manage to stop it. LLL is counter-capping.
They could get another one out of this if they kept them under the base. A bit more pressure, but...
They're trying, they're definitely trying.
Yeah. Shinato's just disappeared.
Yeah, Trojan managed to get a clutch kill though. I mean, that's the difference between those good players.
I think if Gunnar dies here, they could... Yeah, no, there you go.
Yeah, Trojan's got 2 kills already, Gunnar got another kill, so that's 3 guys cleared already. So yeah, that's the difference between like a very high skilled player. They can switch like a map on its own, because people don't see that often, but you called it out really well. If they would have just held that against any other team, they would have maybe been able to spawn trap them. But you know, Trojan and Gunnar just decided to move individually.
Yeah, when you got such like good individual talent, like, that's when it comes into play. That's when you need it. Yeah, it always pays off to have a good aim.
It's going to be the cocky
Cheeky evade.
All you hear is Real just talking so much shit. Oh, that was really well played by LLL.
This could be good for LLL.
That was perfect play though by LLL. I mean, he tried to evade it, but he was just stuck and just well played.
They need to get rid of these guys. I think Alex Fripe's flanking them.
think they pretty much killed all of them. Oh.
Trojan with a good stop. Yeah. They were a bit like all over the place. Oh, that
was a good team shot, yeah. It was like, why is no one watching the flag? And then when you wanted to call it, they actually team shotted the crap out of him.
They just about got that. Pretty sure Trojan was
very
hoping
close.
that was about to return.
Yeah.
This is nice flank by Gunnar. That's what you need to do sometimes, just take a different route from gold. Like everybody wants gold, but when you get that one guy who just comes behind you, it can definitely...
You think he could have done more though? I mean, he had a power weapon, he had their back, and I mean, it was unlucky. I think there was someone behind him.
I think he gets a bit ahead of himself sometimes. Like he kind of just charges in, don't really think about like where his team are. Maybe if he waited or... I don't know.
Looks like apeX has a good position to cap this last one though. They're running and there's 2 guys covering him. So unless LLL manages to stop this...
No, I think Trojan's on the flag as well.
Yeah, that's it.
There you go.
That's a very exciting game. That was really back and forth. Really hard to call what happened there specifically. I mean, we missed a couple of flag grabs, but figured the game would take a bit longer. But all of a sudden, they just they kept on scoring flags and flags and flags. LLL seems to actually apeX did outslay him a little bit as well, but it was quite close.
Was that Pinooo? Fanato?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure who went negative though. Someone went negative on.
Yeah, I think it was Pinooo.
That
was a good game. Ups and downs in there.
Yeah, the Bucks seem to be playing pretty well actually, by the way, but Shinato and Pinooo seem to be playing, now stat-wise anyway. I mean, can't look into what they're doing. We haven't had them on stream too much, except for the one game against Whalers, I believe.
Yeah.
But it seems that Pinooo and Shinato are kind of letting the Bucks down as far as stat go anyway. But
Shinato's been away for a while, obviously he's been to New York, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So he has that excuse, I guess, but...
yeah, so, but that's down to yourself that you do that to
exactly,
yourself.
Yeah. You can't blame anyone else but himself.
All right, you want to stick around for this one?
Yeah, can do, might as well. I don't know. I think Matt wanted to commentate, but
he can do the third game.
Yeah, we're giving the third one.
Because I do want someone to do Oasis, because Oasis is so new for us. I had Trojan on here for Oasis, and he knew a little bit, but it's quite new. So hopefully you can tell us something about controlling it. Although you guys were kind of struggling against Whalers, even.
It's a weird map, to be honest with you. There's so many points of the map you got to look out for, especially when like it was just King or no Slayer. In King, like it's very hard to hold that bottom hill. Yeah. Because you can just get naded out of there like, in the space of a second. The Slayer's a bit different. I don't particularly like the Slayer on this map. But,
okay.
You know.
Yeah, honestly, I've been trying to figure this map out, but it seems a lot bigger than it looks, and it seems to be like. And no one seems to like use that. Like everyone just seems to use certain plateaus and levels.
You see a lot of battles constantly over in the same area.
And it's weird. Like there's so many little alleyways and gaps and that kind of thing. It kind of reminds me of the Nexus map as well, where you have so many ways to move, but people tend to take like 1 or 2 ways, and that's it. So we're opening. We're staying with Gunnar for the entire match. Unless it goes to best of 5, I might switch out the point of view or something. But probably sticking with Gunnar most of the way. Really close opening. I mean, 2-1.
I think it was a bit weird because they kind of went high. It looked like they were about to go for like launcher side or kind of just control their like lobby area. But I think Robert kind of went down for the sniper in the end. It's a bit different. I'm not sure whether it paid out. I think he might have died. But
it's some individual skill by Gunnar coming out though. I mean, just taking on 2 guys on his own and easily finishing them. Good shots across map. Bit heavy on the spammy, but
I think he just wants to make sure like he's getting as many as as fast as he can.
As a sniper. Yeah, he's
got he can snipe.
How big do you think the sniper is in Halo Reach? I mean, we can see if you're a good sniper, it can change a map. Do you think it's worth going for in every position, or it's better to leave it sometimes?
At points, it's better to leave it. Like depends where it is, yeah. But I don't know, having snipe control on like maps like Sank and Zero, once you've got them like on the spawn, like look, because when you spawn like and you have that sniper shooting at you, it's like. Can't really do much about it, in all fairness. Like, and when you've got good snipers such as Gunnar, Robert, all of the players on apeX, like, it's hard to keep, it's hard to not let them go off. Once you go off with the snipe, you can just
is it worth it to go for it in like almost every situation? I mean, obviously you're not going to run for it when it's bottom middle, but like say what Gunnar just had, where the sniper was at the bottom. I mean, Buck 20 went forward.
Yeah.
But would you have dropped for that? You know what I mean?
I probably would have. I would have tried to keep high control in all fairness.
No, exactly, but that's what I'm curious about.
Sometimes you don't, doing the unexpected can sometimes work, I guess.
Yeah.
I think he just inexperienced. I don't think he really knew what to do before got to kill him.
Yeah.
But,
it seems to be very close so far, though. I mean, they're basically trading leads, going back and forth, and it kind of seems that...
I wouldn't have dropped down there.
Yeah.
That's for sure. I would have tried staying up, but...
It seems that LLL definitely had the opening, and then apeX had a bit of a small kill going, and now it just seems to go back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah, this is when you want to kind of hope for a player to go off. As soon as this team start breaking away, I think it should pull away a bit. I think LLL might be able to pull this one away, in all fairness.
Yeah, the TS against you guys, that's the one they managed to pull out as well. So, well, do you know about either team, if they're really a stronger objective or TS based team?
LowLandLions?
Yeah, both of them.
I wouldn't be too sure, to be honest with you. Like, we lost Z-Dot to LowLandLions.
Yeah.
In a way, it was our own fault. We had nothing to blame but ourselves. We kind of lost the control ourselves. But I don't really know how to put like one of the teams saying they're better objective or slayers. You would think apeX would be better at slayers due to the individual skill, but it doesn't always work out. Crazy headbutt by Shinato.
See, that's like next level strat. That's the experience right there. Like just fucking on my headbutt.
I don't need it.
Shinato was actually doing work up there, though.
Yeah, holding that plat control.
Yeah, exactly. He held off that whole plat on his own, and now he's looking. And that's Buck actually helping him out. So yeah, good job by LowLandLions.
Staying alive, wow.
Although apeX is taking the lead
taking
again.
A little bit of a lead, yeah. It's just scrappy at the moment. It's just kills going down all over. I could have cleaned that up, but
it's the same thing. Like you guys don't know the map, they don't know the map, so it's going to be real scrappy.
It's still new to people, yeah. Especially LLL.
Yeah. Yeah, I asked Shinato if he actually even knew where the hill was moving in this game, and he said, yeah, I checked the map out twice, so I knew that. How much do you like the grenade launcher yourself? I asked this to I think Kamachi, yeah, but...
some points I like it. I don't know. Different maps. I liked it on Element when that used to be in the game types, but I don't particularly like it on Z. Like, I wouldn't go for it. I wouldn't put myself out of the way for it. It's not a weapon I enjoy. But, it can be used really well at points.
Yeah, there's some players who just seem to be like almost perfect with it every single time.
I don't know how they do that. It's definitely not my cup.
Kind of looked like apeX was running away with this map, but LLL is definitely charging back now. Although here comes Gunner with a snipe. Oh, that would have been nice.
If he pulled that, it would have been good.
It was like a 6-kill advantage for apeX though, and it's down to 3, and the snipe is in the hands of LLL. Trojan, yeah, that's the thing with these apeX guys. They just keep putting in work on their own. Like they don't really need the teamwork, and that's why it's so scrappy. I think LLL trying to establish teamwork and that kind of thing, and apeX just keep picking them off one by one.
I think they're expecting it as well. They're expecting people to be so good. Like, this could go wrong for them.
Yeah, it was a bit of a choke though. I mean,
a bit of a choke, but Shinato did well to get out of there.
And Pinooo actually. It's the same thing. I know, it's so annoying.
It's giving Shinato all the credit.
Stuck with 3 of them, and Bucks when he's trying to take all of them. Always, the moment you see one
good team shot by the Bucks there.
The other one's not that far away.
There you go, LLL bringing it back now.
That's pretty impressive. I mean, they were down quite a bit, and they have been down almost the entire game. And then
they need to kill 20 here. I think Ruben's getting cleaned up.
So it's an advantage and a disadvantage to be in apeX.
Is it an advantage?
Well, like you almost always win your 1v1s. So you get a constant stream of kills because you always get across map shots and shots other people won't hit necessarily. Like that shot, like not everyone would have hit that shot. But when it comes to crunch mode and clutch time where you need to watch each other's back, it gets really difficult for
That's when experience comes into play. Moments like this. Risky from Shinato there.
That's
they got the flank on though.
Pinooo, if only he knew, like, would have been no show. A couple of good nades would basically end this game though for LLL.
They just need to be patient.
This is stupid.
That's
a bit stupid. Oh, but it's...
Tight. He's definitely
Buck 20 traded kills there, which was ballsy move.
Somebody's getting shot in rubber.
This could be real close.
Trojan
sniped
Shinato. That's what happens.
Yeah. So that's 50 to 49. Except for like a small Dutch tournament, like a national championship ages ago. Trojan's always beaten LLL, and
Yeah?
he's always beaten Shinato. Yeah, every single tournament, like recently, since Trojan's
mental
been
block.
good, basically,
Yeah.
he's beaten Shinato and LLL. So
Yeah, he played well. That sniper at the end, he needed it.
yeah,
That was a good
I
shot.
honestly have no idea what happened. Like normally you can see it, but no idea what happened there. Like, just probably some kind of angle. What I was saying, like
placements,
advantages,
yeah.
disadvantages. That kind of shot, I'm assuming no, like it was probably a difficult shot
Yeah.
or high 10 shot, and he just hit it. Like it's not.
Yeah. Trojans, he's deadly with that snipe.
Yeah.
Deadly.
So 2-0 to apeX, which
Yeah.
is not the scoreline a lot of people were expecting, but both games have been extremely close. As
Yeah,
close as
very,
they get.
very close. It can go either way. It could be, to be honest, it could have been 2-0.
Yeah, exactly.
Quite easily, but
But at the end of the day, scores matter, and if apeX do run away with a 3-0 win, do you think people will remember that the games were close, or will they just be like, oh, apeX is going to be, you know?
people don't really remember the games in all
Exactly.
fairness. Like, from all the history I've played here, it's all about the overall score.
Exactly.
No one really thinks to the fact that.
If it's a
like,
3-0,
It's a
like
3-0.
because
It could
if
be
people
a-
go like, yeah, well, the games were close, but then people say, yeah, but who won the game? You know, it's going to end up with
it's
that.
always going to be like that. It was kind of bad at points, but
Well, yeah, it's also just, you know, it's kind of cruel, but that's the way it needs to be.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you could go on forever.
yeah.
Next one will be King of the Hill on Nexus. So, want to stick around?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah?
I don't really
Fuck
know what
him.
Matt's
Fuck
doing. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah. So Nexus, yeah, the map is familiar, but the game type is new. So, you like it?
At first I didn't like it, but now we've figured it out.
Okay.
Figured it out well, yeah.
Have you figured out a way to hold the top hill? Top green?
Ish. We
Ish.
figured a way of kind of
Scrapping time there.
scrapping time, and also when they set up on the plats there
Yeah,
with the
to break
side
it.
hills, we know how to kind of get around them now. Like at first we were just like all over the place, but
Who you're calling for this match? I know it's been really close, basically too close to call, but what would you...
apeX wasn't too strong when we played them on this. It's pretty
Oh, yeah.
staked them pretty
Yeah,
easily.
that's true, actually.
So you know, I would call LLL, but
Also have
they're on a down at the moment. So
Yeah,
they're
they
2-0
just
down
lost
to
two
each
really close games, so that must do something to your momentum.
other. Rather hitting
What
it.
did he just do? That's actually the first time I've heard Rob shit talk
same.
ever, probably.
Good.
Worth it though. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
good
Looked
shot.
like a good shot.
This
Apex
seems to
holding
be
it.
like the way I would try to play the game. Just get the spawn kill going and
Yeah.
just hold the top. I mean, even though it's pretty risky, there's so much cover on top anyway.
Yeah. It's all about just going in and out, like going in, getting as much as you can. When you get shot, kind of back down, kind of try and get your team to kind of help you when they start to push the hill.
Yeah.
Just milk the time as much as you can.
Yeah, the top hill, but
I'd be surprised how much.
it's always the same thing. Like I called this on the stream before as well with the bottom, like near the overshield hill at the pit when we still had
Yeah.
that was so
Oh,
scrappy
yeah.
as hell.
It's like construct
And
as well. I
construct the
think, wasn't
bottom.
it?
That was the best example. I mean,
Yeah.
that bottom hill only if you had some kind of insane
Crazy
setup
setup,
and
yeah.
you just got lucky with the spawns
Yeah.
every time.
Yeah,
That's the
you know
only
the
way you were gonna
spawns.
hold that.
Yeah, but most of the time it was just jumping in, get as much as you can.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I can't remember how many times at the end of a matchmaking or scrim game, a tournament game, would you just jump in with the four of us at the end of the game, and just
Everyone just jumping
Exactly.
in, head down.
and then 15 seconds before the other hill went, you just
Yeah,
moved up.
everyone ran away.
I remember that. That was actually against you, I think, at XL6 where we had the construct King of the Hill.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, that was
definitely the
event
best
you won.
King of the Hill.
It was the event you won, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the XL6 where the tournament that we won, but we
Yeah.
played you and Gaskin, and I don't remember
That
who
was a good
on
event.
that
That
team.
was fun.
It's the winner back finals, man. That King of the Hill construct, that's the best King of the Hill we've ever played by far.
We got handed to pretty badly in all fairness.
That's cool that you guys made third, like out of nowhere, basically.
Yeah.
So
Pretty much my breakthrough. That was kind of when I started playing.
yeah, that's definitely. But
needed
then
that.
everyone realized you were good. Like we realized you were good as well. Then looks like LLL is taking a bit of a head start in this game. Double the
yeah, of
score
course.
of Apex.
I
Although
think
now it's a
that's-
bit of a setup game, so this
This
next
sort-
push is
yeah.
going to be really big. Either
They're
they're going
gonna
to
need
lose
to
it
get-
all or they're going to win.
But Apex could keep, if they can keep this control,
Exactly.
then they can pull away a lot. You'd be surprised how long you can hold it to this side for.
Yeah, and it looks like they are. I mean, they've killed 3 of them. The only one
Trojan.
alive is Pinooo, I believe.
Yeah.
And that's exactly it, though. I mean, that's the dangerous thing about King of the Hill. When they have a setup on one side, you're going to wait for your teammates to spawn, and then you're going to make a push. if you
kind of
don't
takes
succeed
time.
that push, you give up so much time. You can give up easily double your own time.
Just no, the LLL seems to be all one person in one place at the moment. They're kind of all over the place again. Like they're a little less structured than what I thought they would be.
Yeah.
But they seem to have got control now.
I think it's it's a bit unfortunate for LLL as well that not only have they not practiced, there's all new game types in as well. If
kind of
they had the same game types that they would have been playing individually at the other teams, they probably would have posed more of a fight against you guys, against the apeX as well. But now with this combination, it seems like they're just outclassed, and they have no one to blame but themselves. But it does seem a bit unfortunate for them how it's working out.
Yeah, but they're definitely keeping it close with apeX, which is good.
Yeah,
they still got it. So.
Yeah, it's because I mean, if you look at it realistically, the next two game types would be CTF Pit. I definitely would give LLL the advantage on that one. I mean,
I hope it goes to Pit. I really want to see it.
And then the last one is TS Countdown, which is probably one of the better game types in Halo Reach. So if LLL do manage to pull this one out, it's going to be an exciting 4 or 5 game series. So
I hope LLL put it out.
Yeah.
apeX just seems to be controlling power weapons as well as control the map so far.
I wouldn't mind apeX winning and then you crushing apeX because I could watch UFC. That's all.
We could do that. We could get out quicker.
Oh man. So it's now apeX is running away with it. And it's funny, they're holding this top hill for quite a bit.
They just need to. LLL just need to get control of themselves and just figure out what they're doing. Like they might lose a bit on time, but
the thing is though, like from what I've seen and just my experience, it's never really acceptable to let a team hold this open hill. That should never happen because they've literally racked up with at least 20 points already. They get just 2 nades and a couple of shots and the guy's out, you know?
Yeah.
There's no need to kill everyone on the other team to get the call.
Exactly.
Don't give them so much
time. If LLL just literally just focus themselves on getting the guy off the hill first, then it saves them. Definitely stop apeX from climbing away with their lead. So.
Are you impressed by apeX though this game? I mean, they've been playing pretty well all the games. Just they've been more scrappy than LLL basically.
Yeah, I'm impressed to an extent, but I expected more in a way. Like with the roundup of players they got on their team.
Are you already looking like what you would be doing differently and how you would basically set them up and that kind of thing?
I am a bit, but at the moment it's just all over the place, it seems to be. LLL are making mistakes. apeX could be capitalising off it a lot more, but so could LLL, because there was points where like Gunner was just sat in the hill at the top all by himself. We just dropped down on a one shot, walked straight back up into the hill without even being shot. It's like they're just letting him live for too long, not finishing kills.
Yeah, it's exactly like that's definitely one of the points I used to emphasize a lot. Like, try and finish the kills because those guys will come and haunt you.
Exactly.
Like the best guy,
especially when you forget about them.
Exactly. The best guy who used to do it on Halo 2 anyway was a strong side where he would just get away on no shield. You kind of forget about him, and he would be the guy who leads the charge on the next one, and that next charge would rape the shit out of you basically.
Now I've got the nice setup going. Snow, he needs to. Trojan and Rob.
Pinooo,
yeah.
I'm not sure if he just demarked him.
Buck
probably sniped. He's the only one alive though now. A bit over. Why would you extend? Really you have a snipe, now you're gonna give up setup.
It's nice flank by Gunner, but
so casual. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna use the snipe now. So LLL definitely did rack up a lot of time on that hill. That's exactly what they need to be doing, but they did give up full control again.
They just need to get it back again. If they can get, obviously apeX only got 2 alive now.
So it's another minute if they hold on to this hill for a little bit.
It's a good push by apeX though. This is the way to get them off this setup. Just get around that car and kill around them instead of because when you push snipe like Fabby is now, he's just trapped there on snipe.
Exactly.
He's got some help from Ruben. Ruben's kind of saved him there in fairness. But it's just so hard to get through that tiny little gap.
Yeah,
and when you come
over the tunnel and over the top, you have so much
exactly, you can go both ways, and you can when someone's going underneath and you've got someone going over the top, and then you've got to shoot one or the other.
Yeah, that's.
But when it's this way, it's just kind of like you can nade here easily. Like there you go.
Yeah.
You can focus on the Shinato completely, but they're racking up time.
Yeah, they are. They've held this hill for almost full time now. I mean, they were down, I think, 20, 30 points. We're at 72 or something, and they're almost 172 now. So it's pretty insane. They've almost got 100 points on this hill alone. It's impressive, definitely. That's honestly the best hill hold I've seen this tournament. And that's even against, well, okay, yeah, you guys against apeX was pretty good as well, but I don't think you guys held a hill for that amount of time back to back.
I can't really remember, to be honest with you.
So, I don't remember either, but I'm pretty sure this is probably the longest shot, one of the longest shots. It was pretty impressive.
Sort of controlling the top hill again now. I think they've gained a bit more momentum. You can hear Zero, but you can't really hear much of LLL, I think.
No, but I mean with the Bucks, and Shinato was never the loudest guy on our team at all, and Pinooo, I don't think he is that loud either, so, and obviously the Bucks aren't. So I think they might just be going into a more quiet role.
Yeah. Well, everyone plays how they need to play, don't they?
Yeah.
However you feel comfortable.
Oh, of course. It just looks so automatic, like you know he's going to get him anyway.
Like he's in such a weird position, like, you know what I mean, a nice little flank and just get punished for it.
So it looks like LLL are outslaying him a bit as well now, actually.
Yeah. That's what they need to do.
It looks like more teamwork. That really is the word. Look how many nades and how many shots are coming out now.
Nice play by Gunner there. The individual skill coming into play.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, just gets one shot for about half a second and he takes it immediately.
So they need to clear him up here. That's a nice form.
Yeah.
He just gets away. It's just like they come back. Like, he should come back. They're just getting. There you go. So if he died, then he would have. I think that was Pinooo. He would have had easy shots from the hill. And he's still alive. It's just like.
Yeah, if he would have died, they wouldn't have even had the hill. Like the LLL would probably have full control.
Yeah.
So the hill is about to move to one of the side bases again. So let's see if LLL can repeat what they did, or if apeX are going to do.
They're waiting on the wrong side so far. I think they're trying to get off the spawn to try and switch the sides of the map.
3 seconds until the hill moves, so let's see.
Yeah, it's going to go red side, I think.
Yeah.
Gunner's kind of controlling the
He's actually blocking these spawns.
Yeah, I'm not sure about this play, but.
Yeah, then Pinooo and Shinato are probably going to spawn on the other side, or behind him when he runs away.
Yeah.
Alex just got nice. I think that's a grenade launcher.
Gunner seems to be a bit lost at points. He's got really good aim, but he doesn't really know when to push and kind of what way to go.
I call it the whole German thing, where it's like unfamiliar with the team concept. Oh, Shinato got destroyed there though.
Yeah, showing his boss.
LLL is holding the hill still though. I mean, they're running away with it slowly now. They've almost hit 200 now. So all of a sudden, they've just ran away almost 50 points.
I think apeX should be able to set up here.
Yeah.
Really need someone in the base so someone don't really come under the tunnels, but...
I think there's a problem on apex's team though, where no one is probably going to say to each other like, you go there, you go there, you go there, you know?
I think that's what I mean. Someone could have came through the tunnels. They could have done well to cut them off, but...
Yeah, just their shot saves them a lot though.
They need to get someone in that base just to make sure that they don't get flanked. This is basically the full setup for apex. They should be able to hold this for a while.
So it's all trading now. It's 2-2. So it's Trojan and
Ruben just going
Trojan's going on his own.
So even when he doesn't get the kill, I'm sure he's putting them all weak.
Yeah.
Like, there you go, just left them weak.
Yeah.
Like, Ruben's so good at that, just not
so
missing.
Annoying to kill as well. It's like him and Fusion. Just when you look at them, they don't miss often, but they don't die at all. And when they don't die, they just keep putting shots in that guy. And if
when
they
you've got a
die,
good aim as well, it's just even harder to deal with.
Yeah. Oh, it's so annoying. That was really annoying by Buck57. Well played though.
Yeah,
obviously.
definitely. Hill's going to move literally now though. So it's a bit of a,
just trying to
bit of a wasted hill in a way. apeX could have done more with that.
Yeah.
But compared to what LLL did with it.
Although still a decent comeback. I mean, they're only 20 points behind now. LLL all holding this hill again.
A nice little flank. People seem to forget about that little lift. Yeah. Can be used quite well at times. But.
That was Gunner. That's the first time I've heard him talk. That's so weird.
Finally opened his mouth. Yeah, it's a close game.
Yeah, LLL are waiting to set up again, so they're trying to play it a bit smarter, but it's risky. It's always like a little stressful because you're giving up a lead.
Oh, shots be getting shut down.
Oh, there again. That's good teamwork. That's what you want to see. That's what you expect off of LLL as well.
There you go, all dead.
This is exactly like what kind of setup they want to be in, where there's one guy just screaming the spawns at you.
still don't even need a headset. You don't have one.
No.
With a headset, it'd just be pointless. It'd be deafening his team. So.
Yeah, Buck 20 just went huge though. He got 2 kills, and he's moving towards the hill as well.
Robert really needs to get him out of that hill, but I think he's a bit kind of on his own a little bit.
Buck 20 just got 3 kills back to back to back, and he's holding the hill. He's just going
This
huge.
is where apeX inexperience is going to come into play. I got the feeling they're all going to push one at a time.
Yeah.
All kind of try and save the day. Like they ain't got no organisation to kind of stop LLL.
Yeah, this is just sneaky by Shinato and Pinooo. Just yeah, go in the hill, go ahead.
Yeah, like the apeX is kind of just like getting desperate now. They're just all pushing the hill, not really thinking about it.
Yeah, at this point you kind of have to. Though. I mean, 5 seconds for LLL, you kind of have to just run in there, hope you get the kills down, like Baba is doing. But this game is probably over. Unless Trojan does something spectacular.
There it is. It's good.
That's a close game again, but this time going to LLL. Yeah, that went back and forth. It really did. I mean, LLL built up a healthy lead with that,
that
long
was a good
hold
control.
in the middle.
Good control on that.
That was like 70 or 80 seconds straight. And yeah, it's going to be exciting. So now we have CTF Pit. So I'm calling this for LLL just because I don't think the apeX guys are as familiar with CTF as LLL is.
Obviously, Shinato hasn't played on Reach, but he's got the Halo 3 experience.
Exactly, yeah. So I'm just very, very curious because Shinato, obviously Halo 3 never played with Pinooo.
Yeah.
Played tons with the Bucks though. So
all the LLL going negative, but it's a hill game.
It's a hill game and oddball games. Those stats never matter really. Gunnar did go positive, but you see he has so little deaths, and that's just because he ran away from so much action. The moment where he ran away to the other side of the map, even though the hill was about to move, that's such
where
a
his
stupid
inexperience
mistake.
comes into play.
Yeah.
He might have not been sure what side the hill was moving. He might have forgot.
Yeah, that is true. Still a fairly new game top, obviously. Does someone go onto the bathroom, or are we going to keep playing? Not sure. Check.
Yeah, wicked.
Do. They're all focused.
Huh?
I was trying to distract them. They're so focused.
Is it still going to be gun on stream?
I think we're gonna keep going. Yeah.
Justine.
Yeah, I think we might switch the. Well, you know what? Leave it on Gunnar, I guess. You know, to distract. I was just trying to distract them, get them out, but everyone was super focused, not even looking at me. So.
Don't want to start changing things.
No, exactly. You know, good momentum, good series going on. Why would you want to ruin that? I guess.
It's going to be a good one though. Hopefully it is. I want it to go down to game 5. Be nice
that would be nice. I mean, TS on content, that's a good map to go to as well. That's so much fun always. It's nice graphics, by the way, producer.
Yeah, I'm liking that. That's good.
So, I mean, the ratios are definitely different, though. I mean, I haven't played it at all, but you can tell the ratios are really different. There's jumps possible that there weren't possible. Okay, so LLL definitely did have the upper hand on that one. Fragby's the only one alive with no shield, and there's 2 of LLL alive, and they have rockets.
Yeah, Pinooo out-sprinted. I think Gunnar for the rockets there. Don't know how that works. Obviously spawning in the nicer part of the plat.
Shinato with a sniper and overshield. Yeah, I remember those days.
LLL should be getting so much.
Wow, 57 didn't do anything with those rockets twice in a row.
Snipe control, OS control, and they've done nothing with it.
Exactly.
That was a bit of a choke from 57. Even just to fire the rocket off, just had one left.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even call that a bit of a choke. I mean, the first, like when Gunnar spawned, he spawned in a kneeler. That's like one of the most known spawns on Pit. And Buck's just looking at him, you know? It's like, shoot a rocket, man, come on. Shinato's doing everything. He's literally holding off the entire team on his own. And you can't expect anyone to do that. Put up some nice snipes, I think, but you know, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter.
I think apeX have generally taken more control of the high side of the map, kind of keeping LLL on the low side.
Yeah, so it's a best of 5. That's the biggest change. From
I'm not too sure on it. Like, I don't know. It gets to 3 and it's like, oh right, we've got another 2 to go. And it can be like the map can drag out for a while. Like obviously you can get to the other side a lot quicker with sprint, evade.
Yeah, that's what I asked Buck 20. I think 20, and he told me that he found best of 5 necessary just because it's a smaller map with sprint, and you do cap the flags really quickly, especially when you're playing a poorer team. 3 caps just happen really quickly, so best of 5 gives more comeback potential, basically, which is more fun, I guess. Because it's still the 15-minute max rule, so I'm not that bothered with it myself. Because it definitely does seem smaller. I mean, you can do so many little jumps that save you so much time compared to Halo 3, where if you didn't make a jump, you'd have to walk all the way back, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, especially now sprint. Thing is, the only disadvantages about, you know, like the old things like Halo 3 5, you just have little gaps you can see through. You don't really get that in this game anymore because obviously it's Forge. But I think they've done well with what they've done with Pit.
It looks pretty good.
It's enjoyable.
I definitely want to play it before I like judge it properly, but it looks like a good map. It looks really simple though. Like
quite fun to play.
Like you said on Halo 3, you had so many little gaps and things that made that Pit my favorite map anyway.
Yeah, I love
the little
that.
jumps on the ramp and that kind of thing, you know.
Like it's just like even like down like the runway, and you can see through the little gap when someone started to push you. And
exactly,
stuff.
exactly. Those kinds.
Used to be awesome. Yeah, I got some time in the rock as well.
Just bait him on the side.
Coming back. Going low side rocks is risky. There's so many ways you can get out of the way. You want to get. From the nade.
Oh wow.
The cheeky little nade. He's going to come out to you over here. Good old gunner. You can see that happening. That was good. Good play.
Gunner
really
calling out all down.
Yep.
That's the first time I've heard him call that. I think they might be blocking the snipe spawn a bit.
I think he's doing well. He's just literally just stopping them from moving. But they, like you said, they're going to get. When you do it too fast, they were 4 dead. You could have kind of waited.
Yes, because if he would have literally just held green with rockets, they could have ran the flag in.
Like on the snipe, but he kind of pushed it a bit early. But.
That's the one thing, definitely at the end of Halo 3, where what I would be calling as well, just make sure we cap the flag, because at the end of Halo 3 there were so many little nades and corners that you would throw, and then the flag wouldn't get out. So I think because it's a known map, a lot of people have that already. So I think the main priority for a lot of people, instead of a gunner just did trying to spawn kill, make sure the flag gets capped. Because if you would have just ran with the rockets, they would have probably capped that.
That's what, especially when you're up against better teams, maybe against like not so experienced teams, you can just spawn kill. Yeah. Just have a bit of fun on their side of the map with the rockets.
That's how he always plays, but I just realized that's how he always plays, like as if he's playing just like any team.
Yeah. Which is probably why it's gonna come around.
So apeX have picked up 2 OSs in a row now. I'm not sure if it's made a big impact. Do you think it makes a big impact, new OS? Because it works differently, doesn't it?
It's a bit weaker compared to Halo 3, because like when you can't burn it in a way. Like on Halo 3 you used to be able to get it and then you'd be invincible for a little certain amount of time. But on this, if you get it and you get shot in the head, you're dead. And it takes a lot longer to come back, which is...
So what does it do?
I think it gives you obviously more shield. And like,
but only when you're full shield already?
Yeah, but when it goes up, it takes ages to go.
Yeah,
getting it when you're on a one-shot it's just pointless.
I think though on a smaller map, having that kind of OS strength wouldn't have worked either. You know, like having that super OS where you would just be able to charge through 3 times as much damage as you normally would. That's a bit overpowered, especially on these smaller maps. You'll probably be able to run the flag all the way home just taking shots.
The evade.
With the evade, and then like having sprint or something, or just a bloom effect itself.
Yeah, bloom and evade, kind of a pain. Oh,
good shots.
There should be a couple of that's 2 dead now in the mortar. I think
Shinato has to go clutch for LOL here.
He can just stop it, just keep moving his flag. He should be fine. Give his time for his team to spawn.
Trojan definitely seems to have Shinato's number though. I've noticed that a lot.
Maybe we could see Shinato finally beat Trojan.
Yeah, maybe.
That'd be nice.
What would be good for him, I guess. Because he's dropped him a couple of events ago. Yeah, and since then he's been beaten twice, if he gets beaten now as well.
Yeah.
apeX are pushing in, but neither team seems to get good control where they're able to run the flag, except for like the last one where Gunna kind of messed it up.
This should be like spawning cuts now. I think Frabby's got rocket control. It's a bit of a choke on the flag. Cost him as well. So.
He would have been gone. Well, he would have been.
And then you got rockets on the side still. But no, I think Frabby's gonna be forced to run it. But that was a stupid play. I don't know why he did that.
He didn't have any rocket. I thought he had rockets, so that would have been retarded.
It would have been if he just stayed alive on the side, maybe like.
Robin was right there as well.
Yeah, exactly. It's just that's been the experience of the team coming into play. They're not in long form. So
it's pretty funny how they're moving though. Like they seem to just jump from one side to the other. They just threw everything with the cover of a sniper. That's it. That's all they do. They don't seem to push.
I think they were good at baiting people. I found think that's mainly the Bucks. I think the Bucks are really good at that. They play together a lot.
Well, I know that Shinato and I used to do it tons as well, like insane amounts. That's how we played our whole game. So, and I know the Bucks do it. So I'm sure like Shinato just basically took that over.
Snipe, like he'll take over the snipe and then his fake team scores.
That's the first time I've seen anyone get shot through that little crack. And it's something that I'm sure they instilled in Pinooo as well when he joined, because it was something we used to do, especially on Pit. Pit's actually a map that we used to do with tons and tons. Like just baiting and switching on the bridge and on green and that kind of thing. Yeah,
definitely. When you're getting in that green control, bringing them, making them jump over, then you get your teammate out. And just like,
this should be a
oh my god. Ultimate fumbles.
Big fumbles. They should still be able to get this cap.
I think they got control. I think LL were pretty much all in death screen near enough.
Yeah.
They had a while to respawn. But
I think I had to 4 down at almost the same time,
I don't know about that LL all pushing into sword. I think that's a bit kind of useless in a way. They're not going to kill anyone. They're not, even if they kill them, they're not going to gain anything from it.
Exactly.
They should have kind of got just keep their map control again. But
they should have just pushed out indeed and just gone for the map control instead of just like going through. So you're not going to stop the flag, and even if you do, they're still probably going to cap it.
Exactly, on a map like this as well. Yeah, I don't know. LLL just don't seem to be able to capitalise on what they have. Like when they had rocket control, they should have had a cap right at the beginning, in my opinion.
That's exactly it. Though LLLs do not seem to capitalise at all on the control they have ever.
Now they've got the third place curse so far. They've played third, quite a few of, I think like 3 or 4 events.
They placed their first event, my first event, XL4 is on, and the last couple of events, ECL, they did
had
that.
it in a running, I think, from ECL 1, 2,
Yeah, there's
3.
only been, but the thing is they've never really dropped outside of it, except for I-36, which was terrible, and XL6. So it's been really up and down. It's either been 3rd or 1st or 8th. So yeah, 21 minutes in. If this lead stays with apeX, then apeX actually win the series. So there is a sense of urgency. There has to be a sense of urgency with LLL actually. But not much has changed. Still seems a bit of a battle for the power weapons, and that's about it. That's all that seems to happen.
They're getting the power weapons. They're not really kind of using them well, in fairness.
Terrible shots going on. So there's 3 down for apeX,
exactly.
And
there's nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, exactly. There should be at least a couple of nades into the needle area.
Yeah, 2 of them on green. Not gonna happen.
That's a good stick actually. He saved his brother because of that. And then Trojan was killed by Alex as well. So there were 3 down at one point at least.
I got 3 down again.
Yeah.
57 needs to respawn and just make sure they don't do any cheeky flanks.
This should be a cap though. They did it too far ahead.
I think 57 should just stop Ruben from coming on the bridge. Yeah, there you go. That should be a cap. So now doing well. Keeping that green.
Yeah, exactly.
Gonna running into a wall.
That's a bit of the experience. Just hold it. Don't overextend.
Not even caring about dying.
Exactly. Don't even worry about getting kills. Just hold them on.
Just making sure they know that he's there.
Now you have the old-fashioned lifting up and sniping across bridge. I used to love to do that. They seem to be on a bit of a rush now. Bucks 57's gone for another.
They're going to go for another, just a random.
The only one who's able to stop them is a guy with a snipe. I'm not sure who it is.
They're going to be spawning us once.
Fragby did just get that snipe off though.
Robert just won his battle as well, so I think Flag's just going to sit still for a while.
Yeah.
They are 2 dead again though.
That's a good snipe by Fragby though, because where the flag is, that's exactly where you sniped them. So if you wouldn't have sniped them, the flag probably would have been at least in like the long alley or something.
Then they could have just scrapped it all the way back. Yeah, there's the OS.
Wow, that OS didn't do much at all.
You should have got a bit more help from LLL, I reckon, there, to be honest. Got a feeling this is going to be a long game.
Yeah. Although 15 minutes is coming up, so it could also be that one team just caps the flag just before the time limit.
Maybe.
Yeah,
hopefully it doesn't go the whole way.
No, not half an hour of pit CT. I like it, but not that much. It's really back and forth though. They seem to be trading kills every single time. I mean, LL are outslaying it, but I doubt it's by much.
57 could have got away then. He could have done well. The apeX is 3 dead again, but Gun is just really good at surviving. He's got a really good shot on him. He knows he can back people down. And when you know he's got a good shot, you think, right, do I challenge? Or do I try and play it smart?
That was a huge one because the flag is moving through the long alley as well.
Gun had his chance. If Gun had won that, he could have obviously stopped the flag.
Exactly. At least been a nuisance. At least held it back. There's 3 down now. So that was great timing by LLL. Again, a bit of the experience, just pouring in. Gunner's on his own, capture the other 3 guys, and then take care of.
Yeah, it's good that they didn't kind of get scared about Gunner being behind them. They kind of played their cool, carried on running the flag. And Buck 20 dealt with him really well, to be honest with you.
How's he still alive? Oh my god. That's insane.
Bit of an
He should
ambitious
have died
run
there.
for the, I think, either Shinato or Pinooo, I wasn't too sure. Tried running it under the cuts to S1.
Yeah, it was just like trying to do a double cap, which is so hard on these maps. Oh.
Been spotted now. Would have been good if he hit it.
I was waiting for it. That was a good shot as well.
Yeah. He's really good at those kind of snipes, just poking in for a second, like you said earlier on Nexus. He's just good at that.
Shinato jumping over the bridge, and Buck 20 in the meantime also taking some control. Shinato also has the OS now, so that's...
He's been good on timing, that Shinato. I think he's nearly had all of them.
Well, the starts were definitely for apeX though.
Yeah.
apeX had the first couple, but after that it definitely seems to have been Shinato's game. Something I guess he's used to as well. He doesn't do anything with it though, to be fair.
He
keeps getting destroyed. It's fine that you have an OS, but you should be playing almost the same that you do when you don't have an OS.
Yeah, sometimes when you get the OS, some people just think, right, I've got double shield and I can charge in.
Exactly.
But you get singled out when people know that you've got it, so they're going to shoot you more.
Yeah, this is well done by LLL. I mean,
really well
everyone of apeX was definitely a huge charge to just get some control. And
full control over the side of the map.
LLL held that really well. It's really important for them in these kind of moments.
Yeah, like 20 just not hitting, they're missing now. Gunner seems to have hit a little mental block on 20 after that. And that's not what you want when LowLand's going to be bringing it back to a 2-all if they win. It's not what you want.
There's a TS coming up, a long distance TS with countdown where you have to hit shots from a long distance.
Got a lot of weapon control.
See, now you have to start pushing Gunner. There's no time for doing this.
20 again, he's just missing him. He just can't hit the guy.
So, oh my god. Which Buck 20? No, can't do it.
Just don't bother shooting him, just forget about him.
I've
not seen a lot of people use sword no more. It's like the angles used to be amazing on here, the free. Like here. Get those cheeky shots when they run long haul. Oh, that was a bit weird, but I stood 7 straight line into his sword. But
I used to love sword.
Now that you've got sprint and evade down that long haul, it's just those kind of angles are so much harder to hit now.
Gunners.
I think like low side sniping's a bit weak. I don't know how he got away then. Just doesn't want to use his DMR.
Yeah, exactly. The thing is, like, people, and they seem to treat the sniper exactly as if it still has so much ammo. It has barely any ammo. This is pretty clutch though, because there's someone in that flag. But
finally died.
That guy's probably going to die. Fragby's down, that's the guy in the flag. Robin just committed suicide with the rocket, that's a shame. So no, if he wouldn't have committed suicide, just backed up and jumped and shot, he wouldn't have had rocket.
Yeah, you might hit him direct, you never know, I'm not too sure.
So that's game, LowLandLions pull back 2-2, so this is going to be real exciting.
Game 5.
Team Slayer on countdown, so what do we... What do we put it down to? Was it inexperience by LLL? Was it just needing to warm up? Are they actually gelling now? Because I mean, this is probably only like their 8th or 9th game together on a LAN, probably. So, are they just getting used to each other?
Maybe.
Are you scared? Nah, just
no
joking.
Fair, no
the games have been close. All of them have been close. Could have gone either way. Could have gone 3-0 for one team. Could have been 3-1 for one. It could have been either way.
Exactly. All of the teams here could have. Any of them could have won.
Yeah.
So been a good match.
Yeah, definitely.
Glad
I'm really happy. Everyone was kind of expecting this to be a 5-game match, or at least close.
Yeah, I was getting a bit disappointed when it I thought it could have been a 3-0.
Exactly, and then apeX just run away with it 2-0. I was like, oh man, here we go. And this is the way these type of series should end, I think.
And can I use your laptops, like just quickly check something after this series?
Yeah.
Good old Rami.
Yo, is there like a box? Oh, here. I was looking for that.
People are saying LowLandLions forever third. They're going to break the curse if they do this. They beat apeX here.
LLL have
never
won a Reflex, I believe.
Really?
The first 2, LLL didn't attend because I was in there and we didn't attend. The third one was where they split up, so it was part way Whalers and part way LLL with a mixed team. So yeah, part of LLL won, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
And the fourth one was the last one, and then this is the fifth one.
Yeah.
So no, LLL have never won
Poor guys,
a
man.
reflex. No, it's pretty funny actually. Or did we win the first one? I'm not sure. Maybe we may have won the first or second one. I'm not sure. So game 5, ladies and gentlemen, TS on Countdown. This is a well-known map, so no excuses on either team. Basically, both teams aren't that well prepared. apeX is a mixed team. LLL is brand new together, so this is going to be really exciting. It's going to be hopefully a fast-paced game and hopefully with a bit of slowdown at the end. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah.
Any calls? Do you dare to predict?
I want to say LLL.
I would like to see LLL.
I'm going to say LLL.
Just because I like Shinato still.
Just because, I don't know, I feel sorry, not feel sorry, but I want to see them do well. They're all like really good players, so yeah. I don't want to see them come third again.
That was a bit of a stupid angle. So yeah, apeX seems to have taken the start of there.
Predictions went a bit upside down from the start.
It's 5-2 to apeX, 6-2 to apeX. LLL need to make sure that they don't let this get out of hand.
The only thing that's going to bad happen is LLL are going to start one man going at a time, just being a bit silly of like their positioning. Like you don't like Shinato's, if he's on his, I don't know, maybe he's got someone backing him up. I'm not too sure because I can't see, but
I think so. I'm assuming they
I
would
would
be.
assume so. But like now Pinooo's on their loader by himself.
Yeah, Shinato was on his own. Well, it seems to be working a little bit in their favor because they just killed 3 guys. Yeah.
Pretty much done that himself. Maybe that would have been the time Gunner should be challenged.
Yeah. The Trojan finally takes Shinato, as per usual. And yeah, trading kills now. So it's 9-7, 9-6. Just keeps going back and forth. But I think this match will stay close until about 30 kills.
Until like when the rockets start coming into play. Like in the early stages, like rockets seem to be kind of a bit more wasted than what they would be at the later stage of the game.
Yeah.
They kind of just go in charge and try and get as many kills as you can. But at the later stage, you try and keep them.
I think that has a point though. I think the moment you try, like, the moment you get a bit of an advantage in the game, it just pressures the other team into making, like, that was stupid as hell. It just pressures the other team into not making any mistakes, basically, you know, and that just helps your own cause. Although some teams just strive under it, it backfires, but.
What are you doing, Gunner?
Yeah, again. Been a bit quiet for a while, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has been, but
taking it seriously,
I'm sure once they start winning again, he'll be loud. So 15-12, still close, still very close. I mean, they're just rating kills. It seems to be that one team kills like 2 of the other guys, and then the last guy kills 3 of the other team, and he dies as well. Just.
Gunner's in a tricky position here. Lucky Fraggy's flanking with the OS. Ruben died.
So 16-14,
This is where
very close.
Gunner's inexperience may come into play. I don't think he really knows what to do here. I think he wants to go out and just shoot people and like.
Exactly. He's not really used to having
like that exactly. He wanted to go out.
Yeah.
Guitar is just taking too long to decide what to do.
And I think, like we said before as well, there's no real leader on that team, so there's no one telling him what to do. You know, I mean, Eddie did that for him.
Yeah, Eddie's
So who had the rockets? Because LL had rockets, and those are going to be important. Every single rockets now are going to be huge.
Yeah.
Is there a snipe still on TX?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's not as huge as much, but there you go.
Oh, that was terrible. That's seriously not the first time I've seen it happen today. It's on the 4th or 5th time. But that was good flanking. I'm not sure who that was, but smart flanking, good flanking. Not so smart, but.
So it's back and forth now.
Yeah.
As soon as one team gets control, LL could bring it away.
Yeah.
Ruben cleaning up kills. It's a nice flank as well by Ruben.
Some good teamwork there, but again, it's just. Nice job by Buck 20.
Gunner and 20, they're not.
Yeah.
Gunner's not feeling it. Obviously, he had rockets, but like.
Yeah, you are right. I'm gonna count that shit from now on. It's just the
same guy.
Schnall just making stupid mistakes, but.
It's getting a bit careless.
Yeah.
It seems to be a bit.
It's just something you wouldn't be expecting from like players of this caliber and like experience more than anything. You know? Good job by apeX though. I mean, they're holding him on
Fraggy baited him quite well, I think. Now.
That's a bit of an advantage, just 3 kills. Not too much though. I mean, like I said, probably 30-35 kills. That's when if there are any gaps, it's going to be important over there.
It's when normally when it starts to begin, like the real game kind of starts to begin when it's 30. It's just when everyone starts to think, well, okay, You really need to step it up, man.
I'm always kind of shocked sometimes at how quickly the shield drops in Reach. Like all out of nowhere, you're no shield, you almost died.
Yeah. Even when there's blue, and like,
Well, that's a great push by
really
LowLand.
good push.
That's what you want to see.
That's-
Well, how did they do that? Where the hell did they come from? They were on the other side the entire time. Great
that was
push.
a really good push. Really good push.
Oh, frag me just gone off.
kind of going off. That's the baiting there you got.
Yeah.
57 and 20. Just,
Yeah. Oh, but Robert got both of them. That's really nice, really clutch.
Robert going in.
Shinato
One kill
finishing.
difference now. 2. No, it should.
Like if this comes down to a clutch situation though, you would logically you would say LL would probably pull it out just because of the experience again. But as we saw as well, Robert just took on 2 guys on his own and just fucking survived and killed both of them.
Yeah.
So like the individual skill can play a huge part.
Massive.
But if we see another push like LL did before just now, I mean that push would end the game.
Yeah.
Shinato taking a lot of risks there.
Yeah, dropping down. Probably now dropping down. See, the LL could really capitalise off this part. Like,
Yeah.
where they're all down low. Gunner's on his own at the top. They should really be focusing on him. Like,
No one's spotting
20's getting a bit careless, just kind of looking down, challenging people. Even though they're in a worse position, he doesn't really need to.
Yeah.
Kinda
Are
risk
Rockets
it.
up now?
Yeah, they were.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So that's important. I'm fairly sure LL got them. There was someone down there, and LL are making a bit of a comeback, and it's tied up again. Trojan with a
they've got
sniper.
the Rockets control. Obviously, we can't see him here, but. You know,
I
it
think
could
we
be
have the wrong
deadly.
point of view. I want Trojan with that snipe, man. Second time. So 36-3 is definitely going to slow down now. Like they don't want to make any mistakes. LLL have rockets. Pretty
on
sure
OS, yeah,
apeX has
Apex.
sniper if they still have it. And now the OS on there as well. You don't actually see anything on your own health
No.
meter though. Okay.
They just gained the lead. I think is that Trojan sniped Shinato?
Yeah. I'm not actually sure what happened.
That's why we want him. That's why we want to watch him. So Apex have a lot of control. I think.
Just overextending a little bit by Alex there. I mean, yeah, you had 2 kills, but you.
Oh, Rockets are down as well. I think.
Yeah, Rockets
and the
and-
snipe. Oh, he took the snipe. He could if he had the Rockets.
Yeah, he should be dead though. I mean, yeah, that's
There
good.
we go.
Good job by Pinooo. Like,
Yeah,
fucking
that's the-
waste that rocket,
gotcha,
kill him.
yeah.
You know.
You don't want to risk the gunner getting away in a situation like that, especially when the score's so tight.
41
It's a really
to
good
40
game,
now.
man. I'm enjoying it.
Pinooo, if he still has rockets, I know from experience he's terrible with them.
Yeah.
He's absolutely horrible with them. Unless he's improved a lot over recent.
It's just not being careless. It's just take your time with him.
Used to be absolutely terrible. Blew up more of his own people than on the other team.
Yeah. I remember Trev when he played Halo 3.
Pinooo is playing really well though. This is so much great teamwork again by
Amazing
LL.
teamwork.
But again, Pinooo started it off by just getting a kill on his own.
Well, I think Fragby taking on the Rockets with a plasma pistol, but I think he lost it in the end.
57.
Don't know how. I think he got into a one shot. I
Yeah.
thought Fragby would have been able to pull that off, but 57.
Oh,
doing the work on 2 one shots.
Alex and someone else
There
were
it
both
is.
no shield
This
by
is where they
by
could come
Pinooo.
away. Yeah. That's a nice team shot.
Shinato just jumping up. Oh my gosh, that's huge. That is absolutely huge. Terrible
about
positioning, but he
yeah.
just out DMR'd that
Talking
crap
about
out of him.
individual skill.
47 to
showing him
44.
how he does it.
Yeah,
Taking it to red.
I mean, you
veteran
tend to
style.
forget. I mean, that's everyone's speaking about
not used to
individual
be.
skill. The top players are still
There
insanely
it
good.
is, look.
49 to
Called it.
44.
I called it. Called out yeah, winning this one. Missing on 20
Buck
again.
20 going in. Yeah, there you go. And that's
Pretty
LLL,
good.
so you're going to face LLL. After seeing that, how do you feel about it? I mean,
I'm confident. I can see a
they
lot
did just take 3 games in a row off of him, though. So, you know.
We'll stop that.
All right. Well, I'm going to wish you good luck.
Yeah,
Let you
cheers, man.
focus.
Yep.
Thank you for commentating.
No worries, man.
All right. So, as you could all see, amazing comeback by LLL. No longer third place finishers, at least second place now. So, hats off to apeX though. Played really well. And honestly, that series could have gone either way. All the games were extremely close. The biggest gap was literally the last game, and that game was decided by 5 kills. So that kind of tells you how close it was. We're gonna let Dignitas warm up for a little bit. Yes, I'm gonna do an interview with probably apeX as Riot kicks over everything here. Probably do an interview with someone of apeX just to see how they feel about the result. And yeah, I'll let you guys. I'll keep you guys posted on when we start the finals. All right.